good part of the game, a solid defensive effort. You know, it was a bad feeling at halftime, knowing that as well as we played and shut them out, we only had a field goal to show for it. In this league, you got to make the most of your opportunities when you get them. And this is a defense here that you don't get that many opportunities, and that was kind of our lament at halftime. You know, really only being up 3, and then you know, they made more plays than we did in the second half. I think the fumble by West really changed the whole flow of the game. Would have been a 1-score game, and that's the frustrating thing, that you can't be that loose with the football, and it's inexcusable. In regard to the quarterbacks, just felt it was time to make a change. We were struggling, couldn't move the ball. But you know, I know the obvious questions that are going to come with it. We're going to, you know, I'll give you the obvious coach answer. We're going to watch the tape and make an evaluation of you know, we'll have more on Wednesday as far as what we're going to do. I'll open it.
So you have a decision to make, quarterback. Then this isn't necessarily Brian's job anymore.
We're all about competition. So we and I've said it all along. We get together as a staff each week. At the beginning of the week, we say who gives us the best chance to win. And so far, Brian's has been the answer to that question.
What did you think of the touchdown drive that Johnny let him out?
Yeah, you got to be careful sometimes at the end of games where you're getting softer coverage or a little bit more predictable defenses. So I don't want to put too much stock in it. I want to see the tape first and kind of see what reads he had to go through and the plays that he made. But you know, we're in the bottom line business. He's tasked with moving us down the field. He did a good job. Made some throws, and certainly made some plays with his feet, and climaxed by the touchdown.
Would it be hard to go back to Hoyer?
Wouldn't be. I mean, like I said, we'll hit the reset button. We're not going to overreact when we win. We're certainly not going to overreact when we lose. So we'll get out of here and get back in a more or a less emotional environment, and in the offices, and study it and ask that question and come up with an answer.
Mike, will you study more than just this game? I mean, he's gone 3 games now, I think, with throwing 1 touchdown pass in 15 quarters.
Yeah, it's always a cumulative thing. It's a body of work decision. So we'll get through the tape and put it all out there on the table and make a decision that we feel best fits.
Do you feel that either guy jeopardizes your vital chances, or both guys maximizing whatever way you want to look at it?
Yeah, again, that's part of it. I mean, we're in the win business. We're gonna get together and decide who gives us the best chance to win this week. Period.
Do you think there's a common thread in what has happened to Brian in these last 3 games?
Again, until I see this film, because I know we weren't on the same page with some things, so I'm not going to put it all on Brian. It goes back to what I've said from day one. When the team wins, quarterback gets too much credit, and when you lose, he gets too much blame. To me, it was just something I wanted to make a move. It's like taking your goalie out in hockey when he's giving up a bunch. Sometimes you just need change for the sake of change, and it'll still come down to a staff decision. We'll make the evaluation.
And as far as like miscommunication, that interception for Josh Gordon in the first half, that looked like that was obvious that they.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to get with Kyle and Dow and Mike McDaniel and just kind of see, get to the root of it.
Mike, what was your assessment of the sack after Hayden's interception? You had it in their territory, and then Kyle Williams sacked.
Yeah, that's frustrating because that's one where it literally goes in with the play call. Can't take a sack. That's one because we were fringe field goal, and that's when we got to find a way to either gain yards or at the very least not lose any. And that's the frustrating thing when you're on the fringe. Is and to me, we just got to coach that better because we got to make sure we know we got to get the ball out.
Was that part of your cumulative thinking about taking Boyer out of the game, that he shouldn't have taken the sack?
I just think it was the circumstances of the game that we were down and needed a spark. So it wasn't. I can't really pin it on any one play. I think it was all part of it.
How much of this decision has been building over the last couple of weeks?
I wouldn't say it's, but to me it is a week-to-week thing. We'll certainly take it into account when we discuss it.
Would you talk about it at halftime?
No.
No.
Did Johnny take any snaps other than scout team this week?
Yes, yeah, we still mix ones and twos. It's tough this time of year because you trim all your reps. But it's still important for us to make sure the twos get reps. You just look at Ryan Seymour came in and I think did an admirable job for us. I had to see the tape first, but I thought he did a decent job for us holding up at center after McDonald went.
Like knowing the attention that Johnny brings to your team, understanding that there's going to be a reaction to that decision, do you think a little bit extra? Do you take a little bit extra time and think before you do it, so you're crystal clear when you make that move?
No, to me it's a football decision all the way. All the stuff that's outside the building is outside the building. It's whoever gives us the best chance to win.
Obviously disappointed in the loss, but being back in Buffalo, was that like for you?
Well, to stand here now, it's tough. Wasn't a good day at the office. It was good to see, good to be back here and see a lot of people that I have a very good relationship with. And, those guys on defense, a lot of them came up to me after the game. I mean, these are guys that you kind of form that bond, that brotherhood when you go through a season together. So it's good to see them doing well. It just wasn't good to see them doing well today.
Like, how frustrating were all the turnovers? I'm sure you stressed it all week that it was going to be a tight game where ball security is important, and then the turnover.
And that's what games come down to. Close games are going to come down to turnovers. And like I said, the West fumble just changed everything. It's inexcusable.